you know, it's me, your little boy, Samson. If you have not subscribed, please kindly subscribe. Follow me on membership page. You know what I'm saying? So let me tell you two things. Your enemies are miserable, bro. Because they intentionally wanted to make you miserable. Because let me tell you, that joy you are giving every day, that smile, that happiness, there are people who don't expect it from you. Yes, there are people who wanted you to be miserable for the rest of your life. There are people who wanted your life to be so miserable that at the end of it, they will be getting joy, happiness from it. There are people who have been waiting to be happy for the rest of their life as long as you are miserable. Hey God, this is why you have to be, you have to understand that the enemies are watching you. They don't expect something unique from you. They don't expect something good from you. They don't expect to see you do well in life. So it is something that you need to know, that your enemies are seriously miserable. They are seriously miserable. They are not content because they are miserable. They are not content because everything backfired them. Listen, the Bible says the arrow that fly by the day, not the one that shooted by the night, it will not come near us. The Bible says the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God, pulling down the strongholds, casting down imaginations, bringing into captivities every tongue to the obedience of Christ. There are people who were earnestly believing that by this time, everything about you will be miserable. Let me be real with you. The enemies are working day and night, but God is watching them. God is ordering their arrows, their spears, on how to place, on how to walk, on where to go. Let me tell you, you may be working every day, but God is the one commanding. You may be going that job every day, but God is the one in charge of it. You may be waking up every day, but God is the one waking you up. You may be sleeping like a lion and wake up like a baby, but God is involved. Why? Because your enemy wants you to be tired of this world. Your enemy wanted you to come to the point where you will quit, where you feel less, where you feel so depressed, where you feel so unhappy, where you feel so uncomfortable. The purpose of your enemy is never to see you miserable. Never. The will of your enemy was never to see you rejoicing. The will of your enemy was never to see you in the entire life being celebrated. The will of your enemy was never to see you being content. All their life is that everything about you will be so miserable. Everything that we are hoping is miserable. But what shocked them is that everything that they tried to schedule, everything that they have scheduled, everything that they have analyzed, everything that they have put together, everything that they have, balanced together, manufacture, play together in order for them to make sure your life become miserable, God turned it back. God turned it back. That's why the Bible says, when men sleep, the enemy so evil. When men sleep, the enemy so wickedness. When men sleep, the enemy so dangerous. The enemy want to make sure your life is to rule as long as they live. This is why a lot of people today can no longer greet you the way they do used to greet you. This is why a lot of people today cannot celebrate you the way they do used to celebrate you. This is why a lot of people today cannot be content the way they do used to. This is why you have a lot of people today who have problem with you, because you don't try to fit in, you don't try to compromise, you don't try to make them happy. You are happy because you are not, they are unhappy because you are not whom they expected you to be like. They are unhappy because everything about you is authentic. They are unhappy because you are not miserable as they expected. So let me tell you, your enemies cannot feel good. They can't feel good. They just want you to feel less. They just want you to be unhappy. They just want you to feel so tired. They want you to be rough. Because let me tell you, some people want you to come out, not looking good, not looking nice. They don't want everything about you to be miserable. They want your life to be miserable. They want you to come to the point where your life, you cannot even eat, you cannot even feed. They want you to come to the point where your business will be going down. Trust me, these are the plan and the schedules of your enemy. But God Almighty disappoint them. God Almighty disappoint the devices of your enemy. God Almighty disappoint the works of your enemy. God Almighty make sure that no weapon formed against you ever prosper. And this is why they have trouble with you, bro. Trust me. Not that they are not doing, they are doing. Not that they are not plotting, they are plotting. But God is bigger than them. God's plan in your life, God's mission in your life, God's purpose in your life is higher than the missions of your enemies. God's agenda in your life is greater than the agendas of your enemy. And this is why a lot of people are sick. This is why they are confused. This is why they are in pain. Because they can't wait to see you go down. But God keep allowing you lifting up every day. This is why they have problem where you go, what you do. That is why they want to know. This is why they are stalking you day and night. This is why people are stalking everywhere you go, because they want to see, where are you doing? What are you doing? You know, what are you doing? Why are you not being affected by what we plot? Why is it that everything we have put together to make your life miserable end up turning against us? Why is it that every plot which we have arranged, we believe within ourselves, we have done it before it worked, but it come to you, nothing ever show off? You know what I'm saying? Because God is watching and protecting you. Remain blessed.